Hello and welcome. My name is Mihai Nakshu and I'm the Business Development Manager here at BIDA. Firstly, I'd like to say thank you very much for coming along and watching our latest video today. I really appreciate you coming along, so thank you very much for that. This video is a very short video on how to build Excel dashboards using Meta5. And we're just going to show you the end result, because this video is intended for the business users who are wondering, how do I get my Excel reports better, cheaper, faster, on time, in the morning, with all the information I need in them, without outdated information, without macro errors, and all the things that go wrong with Excel reports. How do I get my Excel reports and dashboards faster, cheaper, better, every morning, on my PC, when I come into the office at 9 a.m. That is who this video demonstration is intended for. That is what we're going to show you. We're going to show you a new idea, an alternative idea, on how to get your Excel spreadsheets better, cheaper, and faster. Okay? So with that, let me go into the Meta5 desktop. And here we are just in my Meta5 desktop. I came into AdventureWorks, Example Reports, Example Report 01. And I just want to show you something very quickly, very briefly. Sales territories, we're using the AdventureWorks database, which you will most likely be familiar with. We'll hit Show Data, and there are 3 sales territories: Europe, North America, and the Pacific in the AdventureWorks database. And that is where this comes from. So, let us say you want to run some reports for each of those territories and distribute them out to the territory managers, maybe via OneDrive. And we've created an example of exactly that. We have this capsule, and I'll just open it up, and at the end of the capsule is an icon called PC Directory. I'm going to press F4, function 4, and I'm going to go into Other Data. In the Options window, you can see a directory name. Now, this is a development machine and it only has a C drive. As I scroll through the directory name, you can see it is the BIDA1 drive. You can see it has a long directory path on the C drive. And you can see that the last piece of the path name is AdventureWorks and @AA. Now, @AA is what we call a variable, and in this case it is the region name. So you would expect that to point to some subdirectories. So that is the name of the directory that the PC directory icon is pointing at. Just to prove it, we'll go across to the file manager, and here is that directory on this PC. You can see it is being operated on by OneDrive. So what we're going to do is go into each subdirectory and we're going to delete the Excel dashboards that are currently in those subdirectories. And I want you to see they're being deleted. So you can see on the screen there is nothing in the 3 subdirectories. Of course, you could have many reports, but we're just doing one report. So we'll just leave the capsule and go again to Sales Territory. We'll hit Show Data, and you can see Europe, North America, Pacific. Now, of course, you could use anything. You could attach other names to the outputs to point to other subdirectories. You could have individual marketing manager names in the subdirectories, and all those sort of things you can do. Okay? And the idea is that what gets put into the spreadsheet is just the data that is needed for the report or for the person who is the user of the spreadsheet. It then gets put into the OneDrive and sent to wherever is that user of the spreadsheet wishes to receive the spreadsheet. OneDrive will send the spreadsheet to wherever its rules say to send it. So what we're going to do is now we're going to hit the Run button and the capsule will run and generate the dashboards. What it will do is take those 3 territories and send them to the controls of the capsule. And when we look into the capsule, it is going to send the territories into @AA. The last one that was sent in was Pacific. So it is going to send those 3 sales territories into the capsule. It is going to run the capsule 3 times. It is going to create 3 different Excel dashboards and send them to the 3 different directories in the OneDrive, which will then be distributed according to the OneDrive rules. So we're going to hit Run, and then we'll hit pause on the video because you don't need to wait for it to run. Okay, so now you can see complete, please continue. And we'll go back to the file manager. And we can see Europe, And here's the report. 132, 10th of August. North America, 133. Pacific, 134. They take about a minute each to produce on this PC. Now, if we open up one of the dashboards, we can see a simple dashboard. We see the reseller order amount and the internet order amount figures from the AdventureWorks database. We presume you've seen this database before and are familiar with what's in it. We can do things like select multiple currencies, and we can pick individual countries. And let us select France, Germany, the UK. Notice that this dashboard has just the data for Europe. Now, we'll close this dashboard and let us open the dashboard for North America. And in the North America report, we can see US dollars and Canadian dollars, and we can see different data. We have the same report, but with different data. So we can go over there to the United States and click on that. And it responds to show us just the United States data. We can click on just bikes. We can click on accessories. We can click on clothing. You have all the features of Excel. We're using Excel 365 because it has a lot of features, and most companies we talk to will be using Excel 365 or would be willing to move to Excel 365 to get these dashboards. Now we can go to Pacific and open the dashboard for Pacific. We need to click on AUD as well. We can click on just bikes. We can multi-click on accessories. You get the idea. So we have a capsule that ran, that delivered the data to a OneDrive, that then delivered the workbooks to our different places. Now, just to prove that, we'll go over to our SharePoint site in our web browser. We'll drill down in the folders to where the dashboards were delivered. And now we come into the Europe folder, and you can see that the dashboard is there. We go into North America, and you can see that the dashboard is there. Same with Pacific, and you can see that the dashboard is there. You can see the 3 spreadsheet arrived into our SharePoint portal through our OneDrive. So we're on a capsule with 3 regions, Europe, North America, and Pacific. The capsule did something to produce an Excel dashboard for each region. Each dashboard only contains the data for the region it references, and it was then put into the OneDrive and distributed by our OneDrive to our SharePoint portal. That is what I wanted to show you in this short 10-minute video. The ability to build Excel dashboards using Meta5 and distribute them through OneDrive network repeatedly. And we can customize those dashboards to contain just the data that is necessary for the people who are going to view just that dashboard. So when someone comes into work in the morning and goes to their OneDrive or SharePoint portal and opens their reports, they only have their data for their reports in their Excel dashboards. They don't need to be connected to any server to get their data for their report or to drill around in the reports. The data for the report is inside the workbook. So that is what I wanted to show you in this demonstration. We're going to build a more detailed demonstration for your technical people to look into so that they can understand what exactly is happening inside that funny thing called a capsule. That will be a longer and a more detailed technical demonstration. We would like you, as a business manager, to know that it is possible to have a suite of Excel reports delivered into a OneDrive or a company shared drive to be distributed to all the people who need it. And inside each report is only the data that each person who reads the report needs to have in order to run that report. And if a number of people want a collection of data, obviously they can do that too. If you need to have reports that link back to SSIS cubes, of course you can still do that. What we're talking about is the opportunity to take all those regular reports that are run in and day out and are sent to people, and they can receive those reports with just the data they need inside those reports, disconnected from any server for more data. If you'd like to contact me, please use our contact page. So with that, thank you very much for listening, and bye for now.